Hi everyone, welcome back to Goodnight Chabad Youth. Tonight we're going to be joined by Chai. Do you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi.
She's ready to go to sleep super soon. That's why she has her sunnies, because she wants to make sure it's dark when she goes to sleep. You see, in the winter time, it's really tricky to want to go to sleep when the sun is still shining outside, even though today wasn't really the most sunshiny day, right? We had some rain. But Chai's getting ready to go to bed with her sunnies. And I am getting ready to read a fabulous story that is called Much, Much Better. Much, Much Better is a beautiful book. It's written by Rabbi Chaim Kasavsky. And a lot of years ago, his daughter was a shlucha here. And they made sure that they sent us back a book that had a special message from the author about all the beautiful things in Chabad Youth that should continue to bring bracha that should be much, much better. Are you guys ready? Are you ready, Chai? Yes, let's go. Now, in this story, there's a note to the reader. So I'm going to tell you what the note says. There are numerous stories about how Eliyahu Hanavi would come dressed up as a poor person or sometimes as an elderly traveler, and he would come and bring good news. Now, in this book, we're going to meet someone who might just be Eliyahu Hanavi. But the illustrations, which means the pictures, hello, Chai, are not meant to show us exactly what Eliyahu Hanavi looks like, but it's going to give us a very good idea of one possible disguise. Let's go. Much, much better. Long, long ago in the city of Baghdad, Shlomo and his wife Miriam lived in a bright, tidy house. They were thankful to Hashem for what they had, and they shared with others whenever they could. Hi, can you see Shlomo and Miriam and their beautiful, colorful house? Yes, there we are. Shlomo and Miriam in their home. Let's see what happens. Every single Friday, Shlomo straightened the books and swept the floor. Miriam spread a spotless white tablecloth and set the table. What do you think they were getting ready for? When do we set the table? We get ready for Shabbos. 3 china plates and 3 crystal glasses, 3 forks, 3 knives, 3 spoons for Shabbos, they'd say. I wonder who will be our guest this week. Shlomo would smile at his wife. We'll have to wait and see. Shabbos without this would not be the same without a guest.
Someone's wearing sunglasses.
Can you see him cleaning up the house for Shabbos? Let me show all the boys and girls. There we are, cleaning up the house for Shabbos, helping his wife, and finding out who are going to be our special guests. Let's see what happens next. But one Friday, when Shlomo came home, his eyes were sad and downcast. This has never happened before, he said to his wife. Most certainly. Every traveler, every lonely or poor person already has a place to eat. We have no guests for Shabbos. His wife said, don't give up so easily, Shlomo, said Miriam. If we truly want a Shabbos guest, why don't we go look for one? Now, I wanted you boys and girls to think about some special people who went looking for guests just recently in the Parsha. Who went looking for guests? Do you remember? It is. Let's see what else is going to happen, and that might be similar to what happens to the people in our Parsha as well. Let's see what happens next, right? So, the couple searched along the narrow Baghdad streets and alleys, but they couldn't find a single person to share in their Shabbos meal. Suddenly, Miriam remembered something. Now you'll see the connection to what's happening in the Parsha, Shlomo. And Miriam and Shlomo remember something. Let's see what Miriam remembers. When Avram Avinu didn't have guests, he waited by his door. Why don't we go home and wait by our door? Perhaps Hashem will send a Shabbos guest to us. But who will come? Shlomo wondered. We'll have to wait and see, answered Miriam. I'm sure Hashem will help. Do you think Hashem's going to help Shlomo and Miriam find guests? I think so too. Here they are walking through the Baghdad streets looking for guests. And let's get ready and find out what happens. There they are. Let's turn the page. Back home, Shlomo opened the door. He and Miriam stood looking out into the darkness, waiting and listening. Then, moments later, along came an old man they had never seen before. I don't know anyone in this town, he said sadly. I have nowhere to eat the Shabbos meal. Please come in, said Shlomo. My wife and I did not want to eat without a guest. That's their special guest. Who might their special guest be? Eliyahu ha-Navi. Let's show it to all our friends. We have our Shlomo and Miriam looking for guests, and here they found him, right at their door. See what happens next. What a perfect evening. After Kiddush, they washed their hands and ate the fresh, crusty loaves. There were stories and songs and words of Torah. They ended by thanking Hashem for the delicious meal. When dinner was done and the candles burned very low, the old man got up to leave. I will always be grateful for your kindness, he said. May Hashem bless you and make your home much, much better. You got it. Here is the old man giving a very, very interesting bracha. Much, much better. Let's see. What do you mean? Asked Shlomo, glancing around the comfortable room, the beautiful table. What could be better? The guest thought for a minute. It would be better with sticky, stained tablecloth. Better? Asked Miriam. Yes, said the guest. And it would be much, much better if all your special sefarim and books would be all over the place. Much better, Shlomo frowned. Absolutely, said the guest. And it would be much, much better with crumbs scattered on the floor. Much, much better? Repeated the surprised couple.
Hi, Mommy.
What strange things to say. They walked their guest to the door and stared after him as he disappeared into the night. Hello. What kind of bracha is that? Asked Miriam. What did he mean? I can't imagine, answered Shlomo. We'll have to wait and see. Here they are, receiving a very surprising bracha. And here they are saying goodbye to their special guest. Let's see what happens next. Many months later.
Baby.
It's a baby. I told you what's going to happen. Many months later, when the mysterious guest was long forgotten, Miriam gave birth to a baby boy. The new parents were delighted. And they named...
It's a baby girl.
It's a boy. And they named their son Yitzchak. Yitzchak. Does that sound like a familiar name? Do you remember who else gave their baby boy, a long-awaited baby boy, the name Yitzchak?
She has one soon.
He does. Yitzchak was a lively baby. He liked to wave his arms and legs, and soon he learned to roll over for himself. Yes, and Chai is pointing out that Yitzchak has a lot of fun, and he's already missing a shoe. That's on the other page.
Another.
One Friday, while Shlomo and Miriam got ready for Shabbos, little Yitzchak was trying to crawl. He reached out his arms. He pulled himself forward. He could do it. Slowly, Yitzchak crawled to the Shabbos table, grabbed the tablecloth with his little fist, and pulled. Over went the Kiddush cup. A sticky puddle spread across the table. Do you see the Kiddush spilled all over? Oh my. Yitzchak is having fun. Okay, so Yitzchak now, leaving that whole mess of svarim behind him, goes to find out what smells so yummy. What smells so yummy, Kai? What smells so yummy? Yitzchak followed his nose to the wonderful smell. Crumbs fell here and there as he nibbled the soft, warm challah. And it's spilling. Look at the mess he's made. Their once clean table now has sticky grape juice all over. crumbs, lots of sperm all over the floor. It sounds familiar, right? Just then came a knock at the door. Standing there was the same old man. Let's show all our friends. Yeah, you're going to look at it first. Same old man who had been their guest before. Please come in, said Shlomo. You are just in time. We're just about to start our Shabbos meal. You can join us for Shabbat once again. Here he is. Do you remember who the special guest was? Let's see what happens next. The guest stepped inside and smiled as he looked around the room. Shlomo and Miriam looked around too. What do you think they saw? They saw something that spilled. The tablecloth was sticky and stained. The books were out of place and the crumbs lay scattered on the floor. Well, Shlomo said to his guest, your words have certainly come true. Miriam nodded happily. Our baby is the best bracha in the world. Now our home is much, much better. The old man bent down and picked up the precious little boy. He will welcome guests of his own one day. Just you wait and see. So here we have the mess that greets our guest and the special Eliyahu Hanavi guest who picks up little baby Yitzchak and says, you are going to be just like your parents and have lots of hachnasas orchim. And that, my dear friends, boys and girls, is the end. So this special week that had a lot of special interruptions, just like that happened in this story, right? They had sticky messes, and our Good Night Chabad youth had a lot of interesting questions and comments and running commentary because little people make things much, much better. And this was definitely a book that Chai wants to read again and again and again. And I want to bless all of you boys and girls that you should have a week that's much, much better. And sometimes it sounds funny to say much, much better. But like Avram and Sarah way back when, we know things always just get better and better and better. And Emir Hashem, everyone's home should be filled with so many joyous people, little people like Yitzchak who make everyone laugh, and lots of things that make our day much, much better. Have a wonderful, wonderful good night, Chabad youth, and make sure to prepare your Negelbasser before you go to sleep. Gute Nacht.